Good morning on this Wednesday morning. I hope you all are doing well this morning. I am Melodie Harper and I am an executive director with the Pampered Chef. And so I am excited to talk with all of you about bookings and hopefully get your calendars off to a great start for September and as we go into the fall, our busiest time of year. So I just wanted to welcome all of you, and if you watch this later, that is great as well. So there are a few things that I want to discuss with you and some tips this morning. And then you're going to see just some different posts of ideas and things, some that I have seen from other people. Good morning, Raven and Melissa. It's just some different things that I have seen, others post too, because we help each other all the time and we see things and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea too. And so you're going to just see some different things that maybe you haven't seen before, and maybe you have, but some just different things that I have seen people post recently, and I just want to make sure that everyone kind of has been able to see them. So the first thing I want you to ask yourself is what kind of things are you posting on Facebook? Okay, what are you typically posting? If you are needing bookings, are you typically taking whatever the special is for the next month or that month or whatever you're trying to book and posting it and saying, I'm needing some bookings? Okay, or are you doing it in a way that makes them want the products? Okay, and what I mean by that is if I am needing bookings, which you're going to see, those of you that are friends with me, I did a video last night of us making chocolate ice cream, putting Oreos, and my daughter sitting there using the food chopper to crush up the Oreos. And so I'm going to post that today and say, I think this is our new favorite flavor of ice cream, okay? Are you sharing what you're making for dinner? Are you going live and showing some of maybe the new recipes? Okay, so how do you interact on Facebook? Okay, that's going to be a good place for you to start, because what people want to see is they want ideas for the kitchen. They want help with their meals. Okay, they want you just to ask a question that requires an answer. Okay, do your posts require an answer? Okay, do you throw a question out there where they can respond? Okay, or is it just saying, I need this? Okay, so I encourage you, if you haven't done it before, I encourage you to go live with maybe what you're cooking for dinner. Have your kids help you with some of the products. I get my most bookings when I'm just cooking a meal with my family, when I'm having my kids help me dice and chop something. When the ice cream maker came out, I put a post, about making ice cream, and I just showed a video of my 3-year-old using the manual food processor. I had people commenting on there and saying, oh, I've got, to have this thing, how much is it? That allowed me to then message them, and I got 3 bookings just off of a post where we were making ice cream with my children, okay? So that's the kind of stuff that people love to see, okay? Think about the new products that you have for the fall. Making some mini pies. I have a post for that too. I took pictures, and my calendar, I'm finishing up my August right now, so I haven't posted any of the new products yet. I wanted to be sure to get everything started and going before I posted some of the new stuff, so that's important as well. But we baked pies a couple weeks ago, all different kinds of pies, mini pies. We put them in the boxes. I gave, some away, and I took pictures of all that stuff. So when I'm ready, I'm going to post some pictures of that. I'm going to post pictures of my kids helping me make the pies, using the new rolling pin, all that kind of stuff. And people are going to go, oh, wow, what, these are the new products, okay? So that's the best way to get bookings, is just to do it by what you're doing in your kitchen all the time anyways, okay? They don't want to see the graphic of what the special is for the next month. I see so many people that'll just post these different graphics needing bookings, and then there's crickets. There's nothing on their page. But then I see these where, and I'm going to share some of this stuff with you today. I'm going to share a couple of good ideas for you to post that are going to get conversations. Like, what is your favorite one-pot meal? Would you like some more great recipes that you can make with your family? Posting a graphic, asking a question. Then when they respond, you can go in and you can answer the question, and then that opens up the conversation for you to talk with them about booking a show, making one of these one-pot meals at their house, okay? So I'm going to share some of that as far as wording for later. I know that a lot of you are joining here, so that makes me excited. I'll look back here through, if anyone has any questions later, I'll look back through here and comment. So, but first I would like to, okay, so as you're looking at your calendar, okay, and I know that this is definitely, virtually, it's around virtual parties, but I have a lot of virtual only consultants on my team that are saying, okay, now I want to try a cooking show. I want to try something, different. So if that, that may be you, maybe you're ready to try, a cooking show as well, or maybe you're just good with the virtual parties. Wherever it is, you may hear me today make reference of, this is how you could get a cooking show as well. And so just know that I know it's all surrounded around virtual, but in this process, you may have someone that says, oh my goodness, a fajita margarita, that sounds like so much fun. Do you ever do cooking shows? Okay, and so, you may be able to get a cooking show as well. So when I'm going to be talking about the new I'm making for the fall, there's a lot of different stuff that I'm changing about my virtual parties. I don't know, for those of you that went to conference, kind of got the feeling of, okay, there's some things that I need to change about my virtual parties, because I am definitely there. And so I am definitely going to be going live more in my videos, live as an introduction, live sharing, what the guest special is for the month, and actually show the products instead of just show a picture. Show the actual products of what they could get, for free if they spend $75. Share with them what the special is if they sign up on your team. Tell them, watch me this week and see what I do, and see if it's something that you would like to do. And and then that opens up the opportunity to share with them about that as well. But going into the fall, I'm going to be doing one-pot meal virtual parties. Okay, I am going with more of a theme. Okay, and so when we were making this outline, anyone can make this outline, okay? Pampered Chef has done an amazing job with their party packs, okay? There's one right on there about one-pot meals. Great graphics, okay? So what we're doing is we're kind of picking one of those meals a day and surrounding it around a power tool, okay? So you have your power tool, and then we took looked at the recipe and what the tools were that were being used that day, and those are some of the products, that we're talking about throughout that day, okay? We're doing a booking post every day and a recruiting post every day, okay? We're lessening the posts to 9 posts a day instead of 15, okay? We're spreading them out where we're posting them at 8 and 12 and 5 and 8, okay? Instead of every hour, okay? We're spreading them out. And we're doing more videos. So how cool would it be to be on a virtual party where they've been talking about the chicken pot pie, and they've been seeing, they saw the recipe, they heard you talk about the rock crock, they heard you talk about some of these other tools, and then that night you shared a video, and you could just record the video of yourself, but you shared a video of you actually making the pot pie. Or maybe it's coming out of the oven, and you tell them about the rock crock, how you started on the top of the stove, and you finished it off in the oven. Here are some of the tools that you used. I mean, how awesome would that be for all of it to come together with a video at the end of the day, okay? So that's some of the stuff that we're doing. And talking about themes, to me, is a great way to get bookings, okay? When I am at my cooking shows, because I know that you can see in the post a little bit about me, but I do probably 75% cooking shows still and about 25% virtual. My team, on the other hand, does a lot of virtual parties. And so they know a lot about virtual parties, and they do a lot about virtual parties. But at my cooking shows, okay, let's say we're doing a wine, cheese, and chocolate tasting. They're having a great time, sipping their wine, and I'll say to them, hey, if you ladies are having fun at this wine, cheese, and chocolate tasting, you should see what my fajita margarita party is like, okay? And that just opens up the conversation for, oh, wow, that one sounds more like my friends, okay? But why couldn't you do the same thing virtually? Okay, so you are having this one pot cooking show, and you have worked together a fajita margarita party as well. And so you can say to them, hey, if your friends love fajita margaritas, that's another theme show that I offer. Okay, so I think having these theme show ideas is really going to help book your calendar too. This is something that I use at my cooking shows, but you also could post about it virtually, or you could hold it up. So let me see if I can hold it up and show you guys what it is. It is just a document. I can't even remember. I got it at Lead, but someone shared it with me. I can't even remember who I got it from. But this, see how it says fajita margaritas, and it just has the different recipes and stuff on there. And then there's, you know, there's a wine, cheese, and chocolate, salad and sangria. But whatever theme party that you are doing, or that you are maybe wanting to offer, you could show this as an idea of, hey, I just wanted to let you know, here's Healthy in a Hurry. This is also another theme party that I'm going to start offering in the fall. Okay. How cool would it be to reach out to people and say, hey, I am starting something new where I'm going to be offering these theme parties. You know, would you be interested in getting, you know, inviting some of your friends so they can learn some quick one-pot easy meals? Okay, you can advertise it as a new way that you're doing your virtual parties as well. So my team, my organization is really stepping out this fall. We're changing some things about our parties, and I think that's really going to help with the bookings too, because when you're able to offer some theme parties, I think that's really going to get some more excitement, you know, and then you don't have to necessarily come up with a different outline every single month. Okay, if you have a wine, cheese, and chocolate and a fajita margarita and a one-pot meal, then you can just offer these people and say, hey, you know, these are some of the other theme parties that I offer. I hope you had fun at this one. Who wants to do this theme for, you know, in 2 weeks or next month or whatever it is that you're trying to book? Okay, they get really excited about theme parties. Okay, so that was just a little tip that I want to share with you. I can put in, I laminated this, and I can post it later as an option for you guys to use at your cooking shows, because I share this at every single cooking show. And by the end of the party, I always know who's going to be booking. Always. Okay, so before I even check them out, I know who wants, because they're like, ah, that is my friends. I love that. You know, I want to try that theme. That one's going to work best for me, okay, because of the theme party. So when I started offering themes, that's when my bookings really went up for cooking shows. And I know you can do the same thing when it comes to virtual parties as well. So think about that a little bit as you are scheduling your virtual parties. Okay, so I encourage you also, if you have not had a show for yourself in a while, do that. Do it out with the old and with the new, or going into the fall, book your own September show to show all the new products and get the benefits yourself. Okay, so that's something that you can do and really maybe get some bookings from that as well. So I'm going to be posting just some different things that you can look at posting, and some things that will hopefully help you get more bookings throughout the day. But I just really want you first to take a look at what your Facebook page actually looks like. How many times do you post, about Pampered Chef versus your life? Okay, your kids, your other, the things that you have going on, okay? Do you post way more about Pampered Chef and needing bookings and things like that? Or do you post, 80% about your family and then throw in, some Pampered Chef? And when you throw in Pampered Chef, are you beating them to death with booking a show, okay? Have you tried maybe just sitting in a chair, taking a picture of a catalog, sitting there beside you and saying, just looking through the new catalog this morning while drinking my coffee? Okay, I didn't say anything about getting bookings. I just showed a picture of the new catalog that I was sitting there looking at while drinking my coffee. Okay, it's some things like that they'll say, oh, the new catalog is out? I really want one of those. Can you send one to me? And then what does that do? Because they responded, then you can message them and say, hey, I saw that you wanted a catalog. Have you ever thought about, having a party? We can get you some of these great products for free. Okay, it just opens up that door. Anything that you can post that requires an answer is going to open up the conversation where you can respond to them, and then you can further it up with messaging them. Because sometimes, I'm gonna post later a green dot message post, that you can use as well. But sometimes making them want the products is going to be a lot more successful than if you just green dot message them. Okay, if they see that ice cream maker, if they see that our new mini pie things, okay, that's going to make them, oh wow, I really like that. Then when you mention having a booking, they already wanted a product. Okay, so they're more likely to say, yeah, I think that I'll do that, rather than, oh no, I'm just so busy right now. Okay, so be sure you're really conscious about what you're posting on your Facebook page. I think that's a great place for you to start when you're starting with bookings. Okay, also, I don't know if you have ever tried doing a power hour. Okay, I have 3 kids. I have a 7, a 5, and I have a 3-year-old. Okay, and when my 3-year-old was born, back 3 years ago, I was primarily doing some freezer meal workshops just because I could do them out of my home. I could still feed him and stuff like that. So that worked for me really well at the time. Well, then I got to January, and it was double free month, okay, and this was in November, and I looked at my January, and I had nothing on my calendar, 0, okay, and so I was like, man, it's double free, kind of, I want to get back to my cooking shows, and so virtual parties really weren't an option, people weren't really doing them 3 years ago, so cooking shows is what I was doing. And so I started to make a list. I started to make a list of everyone that I thought might possibly want to have a party for me, and I worked on this list. And then I sat my timer for 1 hour. I remember having my son on my lap. I was sitting there making these phone calls. And for 1 hour, I said, I'm going to do nothing but make phone calls. Okay? And I called and I called and I called. And I booked 5 shows within that hour. And I ended up going into January, and I ended up with $7,000 in sales in January. Okay? And so I had nothing. Okay, so sometimes just picking up the phone and being intentional and being excited about the new products and sharing with them in a way that gets them excited, okay, can get bookings as well. Okay, and you can do the same thing for, for whether it's virtual, for cooking, or whatever it is. Sometimes just picking up the phone and making a phone call, okay, is better than just messaging. Okay, and if you just cannot pick up the phone, okay, then figure out the wording, that will get that you can message them that will help with that. Make it about them always, okay? In my wording, no matter what, I always make it about them. I thought about you because, I know you have small kids. I know you're running crazy all the time, because then if you throw it out there that they're running around crazy, that's not going to be their first objection that they come back with. They're not going to say, oh gosh, I'm just so busy right now. You already said that, okay? So if you say, I know you're so busy right now, but I thought about you because I am offering a new fajita margarita theme, and you can make fajitas in the microwave in 14 minutes. How cool would it be, if it's virtual, to invite all your friends so I can show them a quick, fajita recipe and how to put, together this meal. If it's cooking, get some friends together and do it that way, okay? But it's so important that you thought about them. They have a new house. They need some new products for their kitchen. Whatever it is, the reason that you thought about this person, tell them, this is why I thought about you. And make the first thing you say, I know you're super busy, but, okay? That way it already puts it out there. Everyone's busy, okay? That's not going to be their first objection, okay? So I look forward to seeing you all the rest of the day, and I will be posting some more later, but I just wanted to check base with this morning, and I will do the Zoom at, I think it said 5 o'clock later, and that will be recorded so you can watch it, if you are at work or if you don't have a chance to jump on right then I will look forward to seeing you all later. So you guys will have a great morning. I'm going to get back to drinking my coffee here, and I appreciate you all being on, and I'll look through these questions here and see if there's anything, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.